demonstrated on Monday against the killing of Marwa Shirbini, an Egyptian woman who was stabbed to death in the German city of Dresden on Wednesday, in a crime believed to be racially motivated. Marwa Shirbini was stabbed to death in a courtroom as she prepared to give testimony against a German man who she had sued for insult and abuse. Shirbini's husband was critically wounded in the attack after he tried to intervene and was stabbed by the attacker and accidentally shot by court security.
In the name of 80 million Egyptians, we condemn this act. It's a racist crime. Even the German police made a deadly mistake and sympathized with the murderer instead of detaining him.
The man, identified in German media as Alex, was convicted of calling Shirbini, who wore an Islamic headscarf, terrorist and Islamist. When she asked him to leave a swing for her 3-year-old son Mustafa during her visit to a children's park in August 2008. Alex remains in detention and prosecutors have opened an investigation on suspicion of murder. Shirbini was 3 months pregnant at the time of her death and was killed in front of her 3-year-old son. Shirbini and her husband moved to Dresden in 2003, after her husband received a grant to study genetic engineering in the renowned Max Planck Institute. He was scheduled to present his PhD thesis in the coming days. Many Egyptians are outraged by the attack and saw the low-key response in Germany as an example of racism and anti-Muslim sentiment, calling Marwa the martyr of the Islamic headscarf.
The Egyptian citizen, Marwa el-Sharbibi, was stabbed 18 times. We call on the Egyptian government to protect its citizens against Islamophobia and those who fight women just because they wear the Islamic veil.
A German government spokesman, Thomas Steg, said that if the attack was racist, the government naturally condemns this in the strongest terms. Hundreds of Egyptians and Muslims from other countries held demonstrations to protest the killing of Marwa, calling it an outrageous racist murder. Egypt's Grand Mufti Mohammed Saeed Tantawi demanded that the severest punishment be issued against her murderer. But whether these calls will be heard and whether Marwa and her family will receive justice from the German courts remain to be seen. Hiba Fahmi, Press TV, Cairo.